You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, you guys. So, salute to everybody that's tapped in. As you guys know, or a lot of y'all might not know because you've been paying attention to the war and haven't been really able to pay a lot of attention to this. Artemis 2 is taking off and went into space. And they are basically circling the entire moon for the first time ever. Humans will see the other side of the moon, the entire other side. They're doing a full, orbit of the moon. They're doing a full go around of the moon. Now, on this trip, it'll be like a 40-minute period when they hit the far side of the moon. If I'm not mistaken, it'll be a 40-minute period where they won't have no contact back with Earth. And so, but they have systems in place that are supposed to, direct them around the moon and then come back, circle back around, and then head back towards Earth. And they'll be the first humans, these four astronauts will be the first human to see the other side of the moon. Now, those pictures came out today, and they're all over social media. The pictures they've taken of the moon, unbelievable sight. But now there's something else that's going on. And you guys make sure y'all smash the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel as you guys come on in here. Salute to all of y'all. If you guys want to support the channel, as always, the links will be pinned at the top of the comments, man. Salute to all of y'all. And let's try to get 1,000 likes in this video. Make sure you guys share this video as well. But so their Artemis program, NASA, right, is a primary framework for not only returning humans to the moon, but establishing an eventually permanent human presence on the moon. So basically, unlike the short Apollo missions of the 1960s and 70s, the goal is long-term exploration, scientific discovery, resource utilization like water, ice, economic development, and serving as a stepping stone to crewed Mars missions, right? Basically, in a lack of better words, they want to get this thing started so that future generations can piggyback off of what's going on now and potentially explore, further than what we ever thought of right now, right? And so NASA, they've announced a major strategic reset back in March of this month during this ignition event. Now, this includes a phased multi-billion-dollar plan focused on surface infrastructure rather than the previously planned Lunar Gateway orbital station, right? That's now paused with reusable hardware repurposed, right? So the emphasis is on repeatable operations, commercial and internal partnerships, and building capability landing by landing, right? So Artemis 2, to give you guys a timetable, right? They launched on the 1st of this month. Now, the first crewed test flight of the SLS rocket and Orion spacecraft, 4 astronauts, including 1 Canadian, on a 10-day lunar flyby to test deep space systems, right? Is going on now. So, and it's still going on at this point right now. And so Artemis 3 is set to go in 2027. Now, that's supposed to be a low Earth orbit demonstration mission testing one or both commercial human landing systems from SpaceX and Blue Origin, right? Focus on docking, life support, propulsion, and communications. Now, Artemis 4 is supposed to be early 2028. Now, that's supposed to be the first crewed lunar landing, right? So crew travels to lunar orbit in Orion, transfers to HLS. 2 astronauts spend 1 week on the surface, South Pole region, for science and exploration before returning. Now, Artemis 5, that's late 2028. The second crew landing is expected to begin the initial moon-based construction activities, right? Now, you have subsequent missions as well, roughly annually, or increased to semi-annually, I should say, with crews landing thereafter, building towards sustained presence on the moon. Now, early missions focus on short stays. Later ones enable long surface times, weeks to months, and infrastructure buildup. They're trying to build up infrastructure on the moon. They're trying to do this faster. They're trying to move faster than what the Chinese are moving, right? Because the United States of America, they want to claim the moon. Trust me, you can see how the path that they're on right now. So NASA's March 2026 plan, you guys, it outlined 3 deliberate phases for enduring lunar base near the lunar South Pole, right? So the plan leverages commercial lunar payload services or cargo, human landing systems, and international contributions, right? So phase 1 is going to be like a build, test, learn phase that goes through 2028. They focus on reliable access and demonstrations, 25 launches, 21 landings, delivering 4,000 kgs payload. Now, this includes robotic CLPS missions, up to 30 planned from 2027. Viper rover for water ice mapping, lunar terrain vehicles, right? Which these are LTV or unpressured rovers, power comms, navigation, tech demos, drones, hoppers, and site scouting. And it ends with the first crew landing, Artemis 4. Goal hands-on experience and infrastructure testing. Now, phase 2 is supposed to be establish early infrastructure, you guys, right? That's supposed to be from 2029 to 2032, which is semi-habitable setup for weeks, months-long stays, 27 launches, 24 landings, 60,000 kgs payload, right? Using 5-ton CLPS landers. Installs power, right? Think about all these things they're trying to do. Installs power, solar mask, RTGs, nuclear reactor by 2030, surface comms network, cell tower light, mobility, JAXA, pressurized rover for long trips, second-gen LTVs, and site prep, rock clearing, leveling, right? So twice yearly crew landings post Artemis 5. Now, by the end of phase 2, continuous human presence on the moon, similar to 25 plus years on ISS. Now, phase 3 is to enable a long duration human presence, 2033, 2036, and beyond, right? 2033 to 2036 and beyond. So that's a transition to permanent base, higher capacity landers, 8 tons, right? Deliver 150,000 kg, deploys full habitats with environmental control, life support, ECLSS, airlocks, and occupancy features, right? Possibly multi-location. Includes ASI, Italy, multi-purpose habitats, MPH, CSA, Canada, lunar utility vehicle, additional mobility logistics. Now, advances in, this, right? Oh, I should just call it ISRU. Basically, this is 3D printing with regolith, I should say, extracting oxygen, water, hydrogen, rare earth elements, supports 28-day mission for 4 crew, sample return, crater exploration, and industrial experiments, right? And so overall, permanent lunar bases by 2030s with scalable infrastructure enabling longer stays, resource production, and Mars prep, right? Because they want to get at Mars too. But the bottom line is this, man. They're trying to permanently have people at the end of the day on the moon, living on the moon in the next, I say, 20 years. Within the next 15 to 20 years. They want to just have permanent people where they're sending people in missions out there. Boom, boom, boom. Where they constantly have people living in infrastructure on the moon. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Like, share, subscribe. We'll get into more of this if y'all like it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.